Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Super Business Women Show, where purpose and ambition leads the way. I am Sharon Lott, Love, Loans, and Lifestyle. We have Crystal here.
Hey everybody, I'm here.
We're energy to Lexi, CEO Lexi. She is not here with us today. She will be returning shortly. Are you staying safe in the rain?
It's raining outside.
It was.
Oh, I started off my day great today. Started off last week. Everything's been going really good.
So what made today particularly great?
Today was good because my girlfriend had her birthday brunch, so I went there and it was fabulous. And
perfect.
we went to Miru. Hey Mika. So that was really, really nice. And then, as we all know, I did that Kendra G show.
Now
The Kendra G show.
Do have to give us the deets on that.
It was very fun. What I liked about it was the fact that she had it set up very, very like cool and it was sexy. And then she had like your pictures in the back on the screen. So she put you in the big lights in the bright city. So that was fun. And they asked some fun questions. And that was really it. They trolled me so much when I did the show the first time that I didn't know. It was just like whatever.
It's interesting how they troll us or troll people. And these are all opinions of someone. If you go to their profile picture, because normally I normally go to the profile and look, and I'm like, oh my God, the nerve, the audacity.
Well, also social media creates a space for people to have, my sister calls them gangster
Keyboard gangsters.
Keyboard gangsters. So, and then realistically, if you're not ready for success, you're not ready to be talked about. So I don't care what anybody says.
I really don't either. That's the wonderful thing, because had I listened, or your opinion of me is none of my business.
I don't care.
Yeah, your opinion. When I tell people this, your opinion of me is none of my business.
And if it's not nice, keep it to yourself, and keep your eyes to the curb if you don't like what you see.
Or not. Don't have me send a mirror your way.
Period.
So what were some of the questions?
Oh, okay. So the question that she asked, okay, so what on the show, when I did it the first time, one of Kendra's questions is, what kind of money does he have to make, right? So I said, I'm looking for someone that makes $1 million. I'm looking for a millionaire. That was like a big deal. It was a big deal. To me, it wasn't a big deal. And not the only, but one of the reasons why it wasn't a big deal to me is because of my experience. The stock exchange opened me up to where I had millionaires in my face every single day. Like a person had a badge on and you could look at them and you knew that you were speaking to a certified millionaire. So to me, it just wasn't a big deal. But when I did the show, I got like thrown like to the wolves for that opinion for that statement rather. And I just didn't think it was a big deal. So that was what the basis of our discussion was. And with her new card game that she has, Kendra Singles, she asked me if you met a man and he made a lot of money, but he said that he was going to have three different women and he was going to do whatever he wanted to do, what would your response be? And I said, well, my response would be is if you're okay with me doing whatever I want to do. And so then she went off into, how that's not necessarily how it goes. I said, well, most people are going to do what they want to do anyway. They're going to do what they want. Even if they're doing it to accommodate you in that moment, they're still going to find a way to do what they want to do. That's what I found with most humans. So I just feel like people should do what they want to do.
At this point in my life, perhaps in the past, I would have said, well, if I can do what I want to do. That's not my journey. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not my alignment. So I can't. I would probably pass. And to your point about being trolled, most people are offended, afraid, or cannot fathom a millionaire, because Did you know that only, I think they said 4 or 6% of the people, African American people, only make $100,000?
So for me, I wasn't speaking to African Americans in that question. I was speaking to human beings.
Well, I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I wasn't speaking to
That,
African
yeah,
Americans.
that makes sense
She
to
said,
me.
"What kind of man?"
Yeah, that makes sense to me, but still, there's only a certain percentage of population of the world that produces millionaires.
Well, that may be true. I mean, no, you're not maybe. That is true. And I'm okay with that. So I did say that if I could do it all over again and I could probably have worded it differently, I would have worded it differently because you do have to understand that you're on a platform, you're speaking to a whole lot of people when you're on the web throughout the world, and the things that you say can either come back and bite you or however it may be. So if I could redo it again, I probably would have worded it as I would like a man that makes a certain level of wealth.
So I probably would tell you I would wish you wouldn't. And for these reasons. The social media platforms are bullies.
I agree. I ain't
How do you
scared.
not allow anyone to live in their truth? Whatever their truth may be it whether you disagree or not, everybody has an assignment and their own journey.
I
And they
agree.
have a right. If God gives us free will, why would we allow someone else to take our will from us?
So to that, I don't beg to differ, but I do think that when you say a certain level of wealth, when I think of wealth, millions automatically come with wealth. Good
So
money.
that's you and I. However, if
That should be everybody.
but Crystal, no matter what you want, if you said you wanted a zillionaire, I need to honor, respect, and be okay with that because that's your journey. This is your life. And these are things that you desire. So why are we trolling someone else?
And you know what? You can't make everybody happy anyway. And that's the reason why I do and say what I do, period. Because you can't make everybody happy. And in the end, that's how I feel about it.
No, you make you happy.
And you
you be
doggone
pleasing
right.
to God and everything else will fall in
And you know
line.
what? God is the head of everything that there is. So yeah, so it was fun. It was nice. It was nice to meet Kendra, to sit down and speak with her. I respect what she's doing. She's a hard worker. She, works behind the scenes hard. She's a go-getter, and I appreciate that. I like it. I love to be around people that are hustling and flowing and making things happen because that energy drives me up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what would happen if you met a thousandaire and you guys made $1 million together? I sat and had dinner they came to visit me. They came to visit with a family member with me this week and sat and talked with me. And they had been married for, I think she said 11 years. And he did well. He was, a couple $100,000 guy. He did, well. And
That's very well.
she was a, 100,000.
Her too.
And now they've amassed a wealth. So if that's what I'm saying, do they have to?
No, Shar, they don't. That's why to a great extent, even when I did the first show, I did say, after, because she was even like a millionaire,
But a millionaire could be in the mind. If you have somebody with the right
it.
mindset and
That's
the tools.
I'm like, what is wrong with these people? What's going on here? Like, that's nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No.
I got to stop making that face. But I'm just saying, I'm just like, I couldn't believe that was just so like a ruffling of feathers. Cause I'm like, to me, and exposure and experience is everything. If you're not, to me, if you worked at a bank or if you worked in mortgages, real estate or whatever, you've seen what money is. You've seen it. You've seen it.
So when I was
even
in
as
banking,
a teller.
Yeah, when I was in banking, I started off as a teller. Then I went to being a personal banker before I ended up being in the managerial part of the bank. When they would come in, I was at 120 South Riverside Plaza. So
right
we were
from where we were.
Exactly. So they would come in every day and they had passbook savings. So they had to sign out. There was no ATM. Am I dating myself? I don't think.
Even if you are, you look good.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
But so they would come in and pull money out of their safe. I think it was ATMs, but Bell Federal was such a traditional bank that they didn't offer all of those
Mhm.
extra new services. That's what it was. And they would come in and they would have millions in their account, and they would pull out $2,000, $3,000 and come back later on the day and pull out another $4,000 or $5,000. So the way I see money is not kind of the way other people see
That's
it.
I mean, when I worked down there, which was many years ago. I live in the past sometime because those are some of the best days of my life. I'm never gonna forget them because I was around. That was just everything. But I worked upstairs in the office also, and I would type up their checks, and they would literally call me and be like, "Hey, Crystal, can you type me up a check for 150,000? I'm going to Vegas for the weekend."
Yes.
For the weekend,
Yes.
150,000.
They can't, I don't know what kind of,
That's still good in this era that we're
yeah,
in.
I don't know what kind of things they were doing, but they were coming to get money 2, 3 times a day.
Left and right. They were trading. They were making that money. The currency, when you went upstairs into the currency floor, currency was like being in Babylon, like in the Bible. Those people was up there going nuts for that money, like rah, rah, rah. It was just, that's all I could describe it as. It was just everything. But also they had the bank where they would walk out the bank with bags of money like in the movies, because it was a bank inside of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So I just, like I said, I don't want to keep talking about the show and
Yes,
take up the whole thing with this, but
and
I
when they would
just,
bring checks over, it would be for a couple 100,000. If they wanted to deposit their paycheck, it would be for a couple hundred thousand dollars.
and that's good in 2025.
Yes.
So back to your question, Shar, I want to have myself surrounded by a male individual that is going to be very nice and kind to the person, which would be myself, that they're dating. I don't want anyone turning up their nose. I don't want anyone cursing. I don't want that, because a lot of times, a lot of people go through a lot in life. I don't want to get off into how people can be disgruntled and how we're all messed up and all of this type of stuff, because I'm not here to bash anyone, because I got my own problems.
Understanding.
But the reality of it is that there are a lot of people that are going through a lot of things in their life. So that can bleed over into their interactions. I want for a person to, let's work on, let's vibe high, let's treat each other great, because that's how you pull through things. I look at a lot of relationships, and a lot of people, have a lot going on, that I'm not interested in either, but I'm definitely interested in kindness, being treated well. And I didn't mean like, I'm not asking for your checking account. Like, I'm not asking you to show me what you got in the bank. I just want to see a good delivery, and I will, do the same. I mean, it works both ways.
Yes, because for me, I think I used to get I would often get my love language confused. I believe that I, at this juncture in life, need all of them.
Yes, me too.
I used to favor one over the other, but no, I do need touch. Affirmation is one of the last ones. I don't need you affirming me.
Me either.
But compliments, I guess, would come as
As an
affirmation.
affirmation. Hmm.
I do like love acts of service because that's an exchange. That's like, I like to do that. I like to go above and I want to go above and beyond for the person. I believe that if I am with someone, I should try to ensure that they don't need anyone else.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, gifts are always nice.
They're always welcome.
Yes, no matter how small. So, and I'm a gift giver. So,
Yeah. And that's what keeps a woman nice and watery for you.
watery. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was what's her name? Judge the little she was
Oh, yeah.
did you see the meme that I
No, but are you
shared?
talking about Judge Judy?
Not Judge Judy, the black lady,
Oh, I love her, Judge Lynn.
Judge Lynn.
Mhm.
She said that a lot of us are out here looking for all this value. We want a high value men. We want them to make this amount of money. We want this. She said that being loved correctly helped her
Oh,
accomplish what she accomplished.
for sure.
She said her husband had 4 children and she made more money than he did. but he loved her and she knew that he loved her. She was looking for a companion and she knew that they can attain the value together.
And that is always great to have as well, because when you have your own and you hold down your own, you don't have to compromise as much. And you definitely shouldn't. When my mom died, my girlfriends, my two best twin friends, their mother came to me and she said, Crystal, she said, you were raised well. You grew up having nice things. She was like, I'm teaching my daughters to get their education and they'll have themselves surrounded by a certain caliber of man.
Absolutely.
So then they don't have to play the game as hard. I agree.
My girlfriend
Ain't
yesterday,
no fun out here.
we were talking and she said that she likes to come to events I have because I always have nice, successful, affluent men around.
Mm-hmm. I thought your birthday party was nice, and it was nice, successful men. My thing with the nice, successful men that are melanated like myself, a lot of times it's a lot going on with them. It's a lot going on with us too. And we just have to just come to because when you make a man, especially they would probably say the same thing to us. When you make a melanated woman upset, you gonna feel it and you gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, when our men get very frustrated with us, they can be not as kind, because I look at us as being the softer woman.
So I have to.
Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Or
I
do you
am
don't, you
a
don't?
direct product of both of my grandmothers who were married women, but took nothing from no one. Extremely direct, both of them. I didn't have a fighting chance to be anything else other than strong. And however, at this place in my life, I don't think that you have to rah-rah. I don't think that you have to fight deep in order to move a man. I think a
pray
lot of
not.
things. No, because you were saying that melanated women, you can. I think I can move the room with a lot of
Grace.
wisdom. I'm more into the book of Proverbs now.
Now, tell me about that book.
Proverbs is a book of wisdom.
Okay.
And it tells us about to bridle your tongue.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everything doesn't need to be said. It talks about building your man up. It's grown women wisdom.
I need that Proverbs. I don't need it personally myself so much per se to shout, to keep my tongue together, because I'm not a pop off type of person.
But it helps you with your thoughts, because even if you're thinking it, your actions
you're gonna
follow.
show. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right about that one. You're 100% right.
So it helps. Mm-hmm. So where I am in life is that I want to be a Proverbs woman.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna join you once you send me the Proverbs where to go to.
Yeah. You know what? Let's read one proverb a day.
Okay.
It's a wisdom. It's wisdom. It's a book of insight and wisdom.
Now, my girlfriend, she was Muslim. She still is Muslim. And she told me about how the Muslims teach their women how to behave as married women. Like that's a whole class that they have. And
so I don't believe in class. Do you remember what's her name? Saint Larice. That was on the show.
Oh,
the
yes.
etiquette young lady. And by the way, I've ordered her card, so I'm going to bring them next week so
cool
we can.
beans.
Yeah. So I finally got them. Well, I've had them for a while. Okay. I finally opened them and began to engage.
Okay.
Saint Larice said, I don't necessarily like teaching kids etiquette. I like taking the parents through, and the kids' behavior will follow.
Correct.
Because it will be reinforced every day. I don't necessarily believe that we need a class. You watch your parents. You watch your grandmother. You watch your aunt. You watch your sister. Because that's where we're getting our values from.
Yeah, but if it's not all the way up, we still have to deal with what we have had going on, because everyone, at least all the women that I know necessarily, might not have instructed the right demonstration, at times. So for me, when she told me about the class, I thought it was pretty cool, because, she kind of, when she was in her marriage, she really stuck by that, by those rules and things that she was taught.
But can people teach you something that's not in your heart?
Yeah, I think so. I know about things that I learned some things when I went and got my degree. Hey, sister.
Things like
Yeah.
what?
Oh, I mean, I got my master's in the science of criminal justice. So I learned about cognitive thinking. I learned about drug abuse. I learned a lot about the criminal justice system. So those are things that were taught. So I think we can all be taught things, and I definitely feel that Proverbs is going to teach me how to have my thoughts together.
It will. It definitely will.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that for sure. Because if I may have possibly would have had those teachings, it might be a ring on that finger. Is it supposed to be this finger?
It's
Because
your
this one
left.
ain't gonna
It's
go up
your
to
it's
that.
your ring finger on your left hand.
Okay, well it can go. Oh, this is my ring finger. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, it's a ring finger.
Yeah, it could go right there. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's this hand. Your ring finger.
Okay. One day it's gonna happen because I'm gonna be intentional about
You
it.
have to be intentional about
I'm
it.
gonna be intentional about it.
It doesn't happen unless you're intentional about
Because
it.
I've always just thought to myself, I just want to have someone nice, companionship.
So you want to be a special friend in the obituary,
I don't.
and perhaps you get to you get to say so, or
I don't,
perhaps
because in the end, if I'm still there, I don't want to be that special
you're
friend
gonna
with
you're
everybody
gonna
else.
build a life with someone, and perhaps you get to visit. You leave
Yeah,
your fate in other people's
I
hands,
don't want that.
and you don't deserve that.
So I'm gonna be more intentional about what I want. I'm gonna try to start wrapping my brain around that, because that really has just never really been, and that's probably why it never happened, a thought of mine. I've never, like, how some women see themselves in their wedding gowns and
Oh
dresses.
yes,
I've
absolutely.
never, ever thought about that.
Really,
Never.
I knew I would get married. So in church, they began grooming you for wedding.
See, I went to church with my mother after I had been out partying and kicking it.
Well, that too. Let me tell you,
Because she made me go.
me and my best friend were at church. It's New Year's Eve. We're there faithful. He said, Bishop said, be careful as you know, get out of here, because we couldn't wait to get out of here. We was going to, I think we were going to Stevie's party. Couldn't wait to get out of there. He said, be careful as you go forth, because I know he was right. Under our clothes, we had party dresses on. That's what the youth do.
That's true. And they know that. My mother would be like, if you can go out, you can go to church with me. I would go to church with my mom. Now, I'm truth telling right now. I would go to church with my mom, and then I would go in the bathroom and I would throw up in the bathroom because I had been drinking.
Well, that's
And then I
youth.
would come back out and sit back in there, and I would just be sitting there like, God.
Well, the only thing I don't drink. I never was a drinker. So I didn't have that issue. But yeah, I had my clothes on, and she didn't play any games. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So I had to get up and go to church, no matter how bad it was, and I better not fall asleep. That pinching,
I
and
probably kind of dozed off a little bit in there because I would just be in
girl,
there,
she'd have
like,
your ear all twisted up.
But when you go to church, you still gonna learn something.
You cannot be in the service
Yes.
every day and not be affected
Yes.
one day.
I agree.
So I always say, I tell my kids that I believe in taking them there, even if it's something that they're not like jumping up and down about doing. If you're in the service every day, you will be affected someday.
I should have probably taken my children, because the Lord knows they could use a little holy water thrown on them.
Just pray over them.
Oh, Lord. For sure.
My son hates the prayer when I says, Lord, I pray that nothing outside of your divine will he find a pleasure and enjoyment. He'd be like, don't pray that.
I think that's a great prayer.
Yeah, it is. I mean, so yeah, it takes all of the nonsense that they are involved in. It just slowly goes away. Or I've prayed people out of their life. If they mean them no good, reveal them now, show them now. It is
I
my
know that's
yeah.
right. I know that's
If it's not a divine connection, I ask that you sever ties. I all the time. They know I'm going to get I'm not even going to fight with them about it. I'll just go into prayer. And sometimes I fast about it.
I'm gonna fast this week because I've been hanging out, having a good old time.
That's good.
Yeah, eating and yeah. I'm very very thankful for my life. I
Absolutely.
am, and I'm grateful that God has me around people that care about me and my life.
Yes.
Because all you Debbie Downers, I'm not interested. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I am. I'm extremely happy and grateful because things, and I always tell people things are exactly, even the bad things are exactly the way they should be. It's a part of the journey.
That's true. I'm warding off as much bad stuff as I can, though I don't want any of it around me. I know that unforeseen occurrences happen.
Unforeseen things happen,
Yeah.
illness,
Oh, for sure.
there's things that happen beyond our control,
Oh,
but
yeah.
even in that, there's always gratitude
Oh,
because it could always be worse.
yeah. Doesn't it say you could look at the glass half
Mhm.
full or empty or whatever the saying is? So I try to look at it from that perspective. And I think I told you about my patches, the patches, the
Oh, yeah, I
super
wanna try
patches.
that too.
I gave my children's dad two. I put two on him. I'm like, you need to get you some happy. Put this on and get happy. But no, I gave them to him. I'm gonna ask him what he thought about him, but I don't know because I've been wearing them for probably about 6 or 7 days now. But I really feel like nothing is touching me. Like, not that because I can get everybody gets down, but lately everything has been going off of rubbing off my back, and I got on the joy
If
patch.
you're in a spirit of gratitude, if you're in gratitude, even if it touches you, it repels. Gratitude repels and propels you forward. The book of James talks about stifling complaining. So when you embrace gratitude, you're opening up the path for unlimitless blessings.
I'm gonna continue to be on this journey of gratitude that I stay on anyway because it works. But I'm finna get on it even harder
Yes.
because I need all the blessings from God that
Yeah.
I can get.
That's why I always tell people I'm immensely grateful and things are exactly the way they should be.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna start working out too next
So
week.
I committed to Monday morning. I'm
Mhm.
gonna get up at 4ish and work out before work.
You working out at home? You going to the gym?
Now I'm gonna go to the gym.
Well, the early bird will definitely be getting the first worm. You going to East Bank?
3 days a week. So 2 days in the morning, I'll go to East Bank, and then 2 days in the evening. I said 1 or 2 days I'll go, but we have a gym at work.
Oh, you got a gym at work. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I have
It's
my.
not as nice as East Bank, of
Of
course.
course, I mean that's top tier. But I was gonna say maybe one day when you go to East Bank, maybe I'll try to maybe meet you. But 4 o'clock in the morning is a big calling.
So no, so 4 o'clock in the morning is when I'm going to do the gym at work.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do the evenings at East Bank
Okay, look
after
at
work.
she see, she's still gonna find a way to make it a
Yeah,
good time at the
yeah.
same time. Cause
See, yeah. So yeah, and I
okay,
can only do that a few days because my schedule is so rigid, even
okay,
after work.
okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was one of my go-tos. I was gonna, which I still am going to
Oh, you better.
get my gym membership at East Bank. I ordered my flyers, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we got to do that. I
Yeah.
will go with you that day because I need
Okay.
to pass out flyers
All
too.
right. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I got to get some things.
That's a good place to go.
Oh, it is.
That's the only place to go.
Yes, it is.
And uh, when I'm up in Wrigleyville, I'm gonna be up that way too, Pat, because that's a good area too to do it.
I used to live up there.
Yeah, it's nice up in Wrigleyville,
Mm.
especially since they redid the condos and made it so that they could have all those activities and made the rooftops and
Oh,
everything up
yes.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah.
What do you
So
think about this? I was reading, can marriage or relationship survive infidelity or cheating? Because I don't believe that if you're single or if you're in a relationship, I don't think it's infidelity. I think it's cheating. And I
no,
think if you're
it,
married, I
it's
think it's
infidelity.
infidelity.
I agree 100%. But I mean, we see where people survive it all the time. I mean, people are in these. The husbands cheat and the women cheat on their spouses. It's just the truth.
So why do you think that is?
I think that people move around inside of their relationships because people are attracted to people. And if you're going to be in a relationship for 30 years, 40 years, 15 years, a lot of times people, they, they, they want to do something different. I mean, they do. They get tired of doing the same thing.
So it's not the same thing. I've both relationships I've had were significantly, they were long.
Hmm. When I say do the same thing, I meant the same person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying, so the relationships I had were long. They were plus decades.
Hmm.
My marriage, it's a different experience with the same person.
Why? What do? You put on different, you put on your
So
different
it's a
hairs,
different
you put on different
so
makeup.
it's a different
What are you
experience.
doing then?
So
Tell the people.
you're evolving, you're paying attention, you're staying intentional. You're, if you know your mate, because we all evolve. You're a different person than you were last year, I'm sure. 5 years ago,
Oh,
definitely
for
your
sure.
likes and dislikes change. So you just have to be intentional and stay in tune
With what your partner.
with your partner.
Okay.
If you're focused on outside entities, you're not paying attention to your partner.
I don't think that though. I think that just because I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, because I know people that do different things inside of their relationships and they have great, very loving relationships. And, you know, that's just, I just think that people are attracted to people. And I don't think people are naturally monogamous. I think that would probably be the most intelligent way
See,
for me to put it.
I disagree. I think that you can be
You
monogamous. I
can
think
be,
it's a level
can.
of maturity. I think it's integrity, and I think it's a moral issue
And I think that from,
because you have to lie, cheat, and scheme in order to be
but
and
some people
deceptive.
you don't have to lie, cheat, and scheme with. Some people they know their
But it's
partner.
not cheating. It's not cheating. It's
Right.
not infidelity
It's
or
not
cheating. Then
infidelity. Right. That's true.
I'm talking about infidelity and cheating. You're lying, scheming, and cheating, which
Well,
is a moral issue, which is a heart issue, which is an
that's true.
integrity issue.
If you, yeah. And also, I think a lot of times when people do step into these marriages, they don't necessarily step into them with the intention of cheating. I don't think they do. It just, it happens. I mean, if I was with the same person for 30, 40,
No,
50
it just
years,
doesn't happen.
well, what I'm getting ready to say is that, and I'm not saying that that this would be something that I would do or wouldn't do,
Mhm.
but being with someone for that long, and we've grown old together, and you might be on a cruise in one of those islands, and you see some fine man walking past, and you're like,
See, for me,
wow.
I don't. I think they have a name for it. I am attracted to relationship, intellect,
Hmm.
emotion. So you'll never get me to engage unless I have a energy with you that we've created a bond.
Yeah, it'll
So
be an
I
energy.
can't I can't understand the one night stands or the I see him and I'm like, "Ooh, I want him." That I probably there's a slight level of envy with me with that because I've never experienced
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if that is what creates that space for people to do those things. I could just only think that after being with someone for 30, 40, 50 years that you get tired of that person, just the same thing.
It's a
That's just what
different.
I think. I don't know.
You were with someone for a number of years, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
You were in a
was.
relationship. Was
Mhm.
you did you cheat? She quiet. All right.
After you kept cheating on me, yeah, it wasn't cheating anymore. It was me doing what I wanted to do, because the reality of it is that, and this was what was said to me, which is cold to say, but it's the truth. We weren't married.
You're not my wife.
Right. That's what was
Well,
said.
then you're not my husband.
So, and that's what I thought, and that's what I did, and that's what my actions were. So, we weren't married. So and I didn't demand, I didn't, that wasn't even something that was a big deal to me, because I said I never saw myself walking in but I did think that we were probably going to be together for the rest of our lives. So I probably did think that eventually he would, put a ring on my finger and ask me to marry him, which he did, but I didn't take it seriously because everything he did had become a joke to me after so long. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, I I mean, yeah, I think that and I was okay with doing what I was doing. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Well, not if he had set the standard.
There you go, right there. So he set the standard. But if I were in a marriage, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want an open marriage. I don't think I would. I don't know what I would do. But I don't think I would want an open marriage.
The person that you're laying next to or you're married to is the most sacred human being supposed to be to you. I can't imagine or fathom consciously or intentionally sharing them. That's one. Two, they are supposed to be your best friend.
Most of those people, they are best friends when they go step outside.
No, because I will tell you this. I can tell you from experience, when the relationship doesn't work, it's the friendship that stops me from doing the things I would want to do. It's the friendship that keeps me, that says, if I do this, even though this relationship stuff is not working out, it's being stretched and tried, that's still my friend, and this is going to hurt him.
Now, in that situation, yeah, but for other people who are friends in their relationships too, I'm just looking at it from the other side of things, because I really do, I mean, and on the other side of that, I mean, people are best of friends with one another, and they.
But how do you hurt your best? So it's
not
almost
hurtful. It's having a good time for them.
But you have to be deceptive. So
they don't have to be deceptive. Oh, you're talking about with infidelity.
Infidelity. So I was going to say, if you have to be friends, if you and I are friends, I don't want to hurt you. That's not my intention to cause you pain or to cause you hurt. Or so why would you want to hurt your friend?
I don't know. Men just they just love what they love women. Did you see that meme that they made about women? Have you ever seen where that lady is standing there? I'm gonna find it and send it to you. And they have all these different things that come along with the woman. I mean, men are just, I don't know. I just think
men only do what we permit them to do.
That may be
this
true.
Is our world. We have to give it to them.
And women like it too. Women are out here enjoying their lives. You saw what Cassie was doing. She was overdoing it. Well, I'm just saying she was taken to the next level, but she was taken to the fifth, sixth power.
So
but that, to me, that just showed that
she was a baby.
Okay, well, it's grown. Okay, we'll use the other one. It's grown. It's people out here that are living their special lives, and they're fine with it.
And they can live special, but we're talking about cheating and infidelity.
Then they shouldn't do it.
And I think they're not good examples, because he was doing any and everything, and they were getting wind of it. So at that point, they did like you. You set the standard for how things are going to be, buddy.
That's true. I mean, that is true. I think that if you don't want it done to you, then you shouldn't do it. That's what I think. I think that if you don't want it done to you, you shouldn't do it. And cheating in any relationship, dishonesty is always going to hurt someone while you're enjoying yourself. So you should just be open and honest with what you're doing. And that's very hard for most people to do inside of their relationships. And that's why they cheat. I mean, and women are beautiful. Like,
men are beautiful.
Men are too, but men, I'm saying I think we can hold fast more. I think we can stay down. I don't think even though there's some freaky ladies out here, a lot of women can, as long as a man is treating them right, isn't cheating on them, aren't being caught up, they can keep it together. But men, on the other hand, you see how they are.
But that's a lack of discipline.
Okay, well,
that's a lack of discipline.
I haven't met one that's great in discipline like that. Not too many. And that's what they say.
So I have a lot of male friends who keep it real with me.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get to a certain point, it all feels the same way. Light, dark. We all accomplishing the same at the end, a good time.
I don't think they all feel the same, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. Some grip differently. Oh,
I mean, the accomplishment at the end.
That's true. I don't even know if that feels the same.
It's the same at the end. It's the same thing. He's gonna do the same thing at the end.
Fall asleep.
It's gonna be. We're gonna end up at the end with the same result, no matter what it took to get there. Whether you came from east and I came from west, we both arrived here.
I don't. I just okay. So your conversations with men when I did the Kendra G show, the DJ Sean Mack.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's single, not married, this, that, and the third.
Living his best life.
Right. And when he was speaking, he just basically said that men pretty much so are just like they just like
But you can't speak for,
not all of them. I don't
yeah,
mean
you
all of them,
can't speak.
Shar.
Yeah.
I would say the majority of them.
We got to get some
We
balance.
do. We got to, you know what we need to do? We need to go out together and do a survey. And we both survey about 15 or 20 men. And you come back with what your men said, and I come back with what my men said. And then we could talk about,
But
the
will they be
differences.
honest?
That's the biggest problem of it all. The whole thing, though. That's why I'm saying, like,
But that's why I say when I have friends,
even when they talking, I don't think they're being honest.
when I have friends, they're open and honest. We're talking about any and everything. They're being open and honest.
Well,
Because that's one of the reasons why I started Love, etc. The dating platform is because they want the same things we want, especially when they get to a certain age.
I definitely think that in
and
the end,
especially when they get to the geriatric stage. And geriatric is when they start to hit 50 plus and they start to think about, late in life, their
yeah, after they
mortality.
used up, tired, and can't do
A
nothing
lot
else,
of
then they
body
want to come
parts
get
have
this.
have
Right.
subsided.
I don't want
Yeah.
that.
I mean, nobody does, but
I'm not taking it.
you're not taking it. So you
Nah.
just better hope he remains healthy because it could happen to
Yep.
anybody at any time.
Take your ginseng.
Sometimes it's hereditary. You can't escape,
Nothing.
genetics.
Mm-mm. No, but when you were saying that, I think that's the whole problem. And I get when your male friends, when you talk to them, they can be open and honest with you. And I do believe in the end that everyone does want love, companionship, but most men want
Monogamy.
right? But most men want love, companionship, and then to be able to kick it with her, and her.
But I don't know where you're getting these men from. There are such a great population that want to do the right thing.
Okay.
There are good husbands out there. There are good
Well,
boyfriends
when
out
we
there.
do our survey,
Okay.
then we're gonna see, and we could just only ask them in the questionnaire, please be honest, so that we could figure this out. Because I honestly can't figure it
Because
out.
I know a large population, and I don't know everybody, but there's a large large population if you go in the middle class that's on consistent BS. I mean, their whole life is party, women, no matter what the age, consistent BS.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the ones that I know, and they're about monogamy, and they just want to find somebody as quality
I
as they
hear
are.
men when I talk to them, they be like, yeah, because I don't cheat, and in my mind, I'm like, okay.
Well,
I'm just saying, that's what I'm thinking to myself. And they're like, yeah, because I've never cheated on my woman. I never cheated on my wife. I'm not a cheater. And I'm just, I say, okay, but in my mind, I really think to myself, like, yeah, okay. But they might be telling the truth. I
because the
don't know.
breakdown could have happened. So you got to think cheating is an integrity issue. It's a moral issue. It's lack of self-discipline.
Most of these people don't have any morals and integrity. They're just trying to pillage and plunder the towns.
I think as you get older, what becomes important to you becomes clear.
I agree with you on that. I'd be acting a little silly, y'all.
Yeah. So when you get to be like a middle-aged guy, I think, sometimes your vision gets clear.
I agree with you on that, and I wouldn't be the type of person that would say, you lying, everything is a lie, like I'm crazy with someone. But, my mentality with things is either whatever you're doing, that's on you, your footsteps are going to show whether or not you're lying or telling the truth. And, but if I find out that you're lying to me, that's a problem because it's open communication with me. You could say, pretty much so whatever you want. That's what I hope.
History will reveal itself sooner or later. I often
call into the show. The number is 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953 with your question or your comment. because that's the way we like to do it versus bringing you in. So just give the show a call, 708-223-8953.
My question is, as I said
Mhm.
before, do you think relationships can survive?
I mean, I think they can survive because they survive all the time. Once again, it's going to go back to my way of thinking that might not be all that great. I hope I don't sound negative, but
You negative Ned.
yeah, I'm going to be negative. But I think that they survive because people do what they want to do anyway. So I think they can survive. You know how many women caught their husbands cheating on them and their boyfriends and are still with them?
I'm sure they're, but
Uh,
is it successful? Like
I don't know. It's up to them if it's successful or not. But a lot of people are in relationships where they've caught their partner cheating and they're still with them.
physically or emotionally?
Uh, I would say physically, when they know that their partner is having intercourse with someone else, then the emotional kicks in.
I think that's would be a deal breaker for me. I can probably tolerate a lot, but if you break our bond of intimacy where you're touching someone else like you touch me, I don't know how I can get past
Well,
that.
I hope that Terry clearly understands that this woman ain't playing with you, man. You better not get caught doing nothing you don't have any business doing, or else trouble is going to be a brewing for you. For real. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
But no, that's and if that was the deal breaker for more relationships,
that's a deal breaker because I don't know mentally how we get past that. That would kill the 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 world gets a lot of us. It gets our conversation, it gets our hug, it gets our attention. The intimacy should be reserved for that person.
it should be reserved for that person. It really should be. I totally agree with you on that. And I definitely do think that if more people inside of their relationships stepped away from allowing that to be okay with the comeback, or maybe go through some therapy, or maybe have some real honest, open
Say
conversations
I need
about
time. I'm
right,
confused.
or what led them to cheat.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed this too with cheating, with infidelity and with cheating. There's normally two sides, especially in a marriage to it. There's a contributing factor. If you're using sex as a weapon, if you are refusing to comb your hair or to look halfway decent, or in the terms someone else said that they're told me yesterday that their significant other looked like a bad Donald Trump wig. Um,
Now, why would you, in your right state of mind, as an adult human woman,
their private part. So that's what he said. So if that's the case, if you're not paying them any attention, if you're not listening to the clues, and they verbalize this to you,
yeah,
then people will seek attention other places. So there are sometimes contributing factors.
most of the time there are contributing factors. I saw a friend of mine, and I've never had anything to do with this friend. And so, he was out. I didn't even know. I thought he was separated. And he was out, So I'm like, "Oh, hey there. How are you?" And he was walking with his wife, and hey, whatever. But she was very, she just wasn't well kept, well groomed, at all, and
Like
then
not caring.
she didn't care one single bit. All she probably cared about was going to the gym and taking her those things that they get, the vitamin drips and all that type of
Oh,
stuff.
for energy and stuff.
Yeah, and
But if you're dealing with a cheater, you very well may be walking around looking like that because they takes everything
okay,
out of you
and
emotionally.
so right, so that's my issue, right? So you know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with. Even though you pick and choose to deal with that, to me, you should still keep your glamour together so that your partner could maybe put a little interest in you. Because if I was him, I wouldn't want that at home.
Okay, so if he got caught cheating
I mean, I don't know
and
if
he's
he
a
did has
repeat
or hasn't. I
offender,
just assume he is.
the depletion of the emotional balance that you have as a woman can sometimes be interrupted.
then go to God first and leave. Like, how can you be walking around in
So
the
I got it.
world
What you
looking
know,
like a dog?
Crystal, you just said that you were with someone who created his own little path and you did your own. So leaving sometime
But
is
I
a
still,
process.
it is, but I still kept myself
But that's
together.
you.
That's what she needs to do too.
Oh, I agree.
And
You
all the
know,
rest of these women that are
because
dealing
one
with
thing
stress.
you're gonna catch me is I'm gonna be okay even if I'm stressed.
That's all I'm saying. You're
But I had to get to this point because when you have 3 kids who are all within, they're small, who are all within um a certain age group, you're working, you're going through a divorce. Sometimes you barely just getting up in the morning.
don't come out in this beautiful world that we live in
Oh, I
and take
wouldn't.
out your frustrations on anybody else.
No, I wouldn't. I just
Well, she did when I said hi. No, when I said goodbye, she's like, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" And I'm looking like, if you kept yourself together, you wouldn't care who I
I would have
was.
said, "Sweetheart, I'm Crystal.
I
How
did.
are you?"
I did, but she gave me even more of an issue behind that. But I'm just saying, but if you,
Lord.
yeah, but my point of that though is that if you're out and you've been with your husband forever, you know how your husband is. So don't get out of body, when just keep your womanliness together. That's why he doesn't like you. Aside from a whole bunch of other stuff, but if you're not taking care of yourself, I wouldn't want you. I don't want you.
There's times in life
I'm not
where
taking up for those people.
no, I'm always I give grace.
I know.
And I'm always the
So I
devil's
can make my
advocate.
eyes go like
I
that.
know I'm always giving grace. Thanks to the Apostolic Church of God, the late Bishop Arthur Ambrose, I was taught grace.
I love grace.
So
And Bishop too.
if she was ill, if she was ill and she couldn't take care of herself, the
She
way
shouldn't
she
be
should,
in no doggone bar walking around bar
maybe she
hopping.
wanted to just spend time with him. Maybe maybe she doesn't, maybe and mental illness is ill too.
That's the problem.
Maybe she's depressed. Maybe mental illness
Well,
is
being in these bad relationships create depression and mental illness for people.
It
They
can.
do. If you're not happy, go someplace else. Go get out of it.
That sounds good, but how long did it take you to get out?
A long time.
See what I'm saying? It
A long
sounds good.
time,
It
right.
sounds real good.
Mhm.
But
I know.
sometimes it's a process, especially for women.
I know, but the sooner the better.
Men, I
that would be
agree.
my suggestion.
Men tend to do a lot better with moving around.
They do.
Yeah, they don't. I read a book and they were saying that men do not heal, they whole. It was what was his name? I think his
They
name
don't
was
heal.
Steve.
They what?
It's a book I read. Men do not heal, they whole.
Okay.
That was the name of the book. I think the guy, I still have the book at home. And basically what he was saying was men move on with other women. They never really feel the whole brunt of a breakup because they use another woman to soften the blow.
Because they always have another woman on the side because they're cheaters.
Oh no, you're at and even if they don't have them on the side, they're accessible to them.
They are. I agree with you on that. And I think a lot of times when a man,
But to us too,
when they really love a woman can't really break a man's heart.
you can.
Bone
can.
crusher.
You can. I've seen marriages where it took him 10 years to get his life together after the breakup.
Yeah. So love.
A lot of them have PTSD with whatever issue, whether it be cheating, whether it be finances, whether it be arguing. People need, after divorce or long-term relationship,
sure.
they need counseling.
I agree with you, especially
because they get stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuck in whatever it is that resonated with them during the breakup.
I mean, I was stuck. You sit up and you still try to be nice and you still try to talk on the phone and you still try to care and how you doing? You okay? You need anything? The sooner you move on and let that stuff go, the better you are to get into the next wonderful,
that's
great
because you're
blessing that you have.
wise.
That's true.
That's because you have wisdom behind you.
Yeah, after I should. I really should. Well, boy, I've been through the ringer.
You said the ringer?
I've been through the ringer. The Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Remember that song?
Don't Cry for Me,
Yeah, Don't
Argentina.
Cry for Me, though. When after the Kendra G show, those people were clap. And so you gonna find somebody. It's gonna be all right. And somebody, don't you settle. Don't you settle. I'm like, don't feel sorry for me.
I don't think you have to settle. I think
I'm
you
okay
can,
out here in the
you can
world.
will through manifestation, intentions, what you want,
You're
and
right.
visualization, what you want.
I do it all the time. That's how I
Yes.
know how powerful it is. I do it all the time.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I told him. I said, don't worry about me. I'll be all right.
Worry about him.
That's who y'all need to worry about. Him.
That's who you guys need to worry about.
Yeah. Don't worry about me. Yeah. So
I don't know. I just, our community has to heal.
I agree, Shar.
I want us to get back to where family mattered. That was our goal. It was solid. You were raised in the house with your family, and there was morals and integrity. And you didn't go out in public in your pajamas, and you didn't act a fool because that wasn't the correct thing to do. Because my grandmother would have snatched me a new mind.
Right.
Behaving like some of these people behave.
I agree. Listen, I don't know what happened. That's all I can say. I don't know what went wrong.
Well, people are aspiring to be baby mamas. They think that marriage is powerless. They forget that, we serve a good God, and we go with how we feel. This it could be, darn the law, darn right and wrong. It's just how I feel at the time. These emotions.
That's true.
And I hate to say this, but there's a certain level of weakness that we have now, as opposed to, as Bishop used to say, spaghetti back.
I definitely think that back when like the Huxtables and those shows were out, and we had things that we could mirror more for us to see that were good, that would make a big difference.
Yeah, the kids were going to college. They were even the kids were getting married. The parents were married. The grandparents were married. Now we have love and hip hop.
Yeah, I mean,
we
that's
have
true.
The housewives. Everybody's divorced. Everybody's catty. Everybody's hating each other. Everybody, it's
and the worst of them all. And I look at it sometimes.
Which one?
Is because I can handle it. Baddies.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, you don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
That's where they fight.
That's insanity.
It is pure insanity.
And that's
really,
what's on television.
It's on television. It's on the Zeus network. It's on the, it needs to be banned.
Can we think of a show? That's why they're in the streets acting like that.
That's why I brought that up.
Can we think of a show or a sitcom or something current that we have to mirror or have a reflection of?
I don't look at a lot of TV, so I don't know what might be out there. I don't know. Maybe because it's nothing. It has to be something on the regular TV channels, though.
I can't think. So I was watching a show, Reasonable Doubt, but all kind of stuff happened there.
Yeah, because even Empire, that was a good show, but it's still.
He went to jail.
That's what I say. Still,
that's another direct or indirect message that Black women have to hurt in order, before they can receive real love.
That's the big, and that's the whole problem. That's why. I mean, because
we have to suffer in order to get real love. So that's the
right.
subliminal message there.
And that's what a lot of them live, though.
And then
that's
that was
the life.
Scandal, but that wasn't Black. That was Reasonable Doubt. They were married. She's a lawyer. He's kind of programmer or something. But she cheated. She kind of like
She was something else.
Then he cheated, and so yeah. Where is there positive? Because everything needs affirmations. In order to have manifestation, you need affirmation. So where's our affirmation to be better?
And I will say that there are some beautiful relationships out there.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm not going to sound like a fool right here and make it sound like everything is bad, because there are some people that are in great, thriving relationships where everyone is treating each other great. I have
friends that have great, wonderful relationships, and I'm grateful for them. My partner is getting married, and I feel like I'm getting married because I have fought for his butt to do the right
Oh,
thing
that's
because
nice.
I saw the value long ago. I
Okay.
know, you have someone who will go through the fire with you, who
That's
loves
what's
you
up.
unconditionally. And I know the value in that. I know that most people are in it for something. And if they can love you with $1 in your pocket or 1,000,000
Mm-hmm.
and genuinely love you and be there, the in between you guys can work out. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy for them.
That's really, really awesome, and it's good that you've been someone that has been campaigning
Oh,
for him
I've been on his
to
behind
do the right thing.
to do the right thing.
Because some people do need people to tell them to do the right
So I'm going to
thing.
tell you the truth.
Mhm.
He's again one of my friends who's
Mhm.
going to say, oh, he's definitely an alpha male.
Okay.
He's got that Leo energy. Definitely
Hey,
an alpha male.
sexy.
And he's raw,
Mhm.
and I'm like, no, don't come telling me what she did because this is what I see in you,
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
So I've always told him the truth.
That's what's up.
I mean, he's like my brother. He's like my big brother. And yeah, he got blessed in that area.
Well,
He would say she the one that got blessed. But yeah,
well, that's fine because it sounds like she did get blessed.
she did. He's a good guy. I
Mhm.
mean, but he's a crap talking alpha male. He used to say, treat him wrong, keep him long.
Now, see what I'm saying? That's the stuff I don't like.
But he would say it to her. She just ignored him, girl.
Hey, yeah, that's the stuff I don't like though, because unfortunately, a lot of, like you said, a lot of them feel like they have to, because that's what they've seen a lot, but then the couples that I do know that are where the women are walking around smiling and happy, they do have very good significant
He's a
others.
very good significant other. He's a
Hmm.
provider. She knows how to handle him now. So, and he softened up because he couldn't call me and tell me nothing. He'd be trying to, we'd be at work and he'd be trying, no, bruh, I know you. No, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that because I know what contributing factors added to that problem.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm immensely, 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 immensely happy for him.
Oh, that's nice.
I have so much gratitude that he's there.
I'm happy for them too, and I know them not at all, but other than through this conversation. But
Well, you've seen them. They were at my party.
Oh, there's a lot of people at your party, so you would have to show me a picture.
Yeah, they were pretty.
But
cool.
I did. I thought to myself when I came in your party, I said, okay, it's a lot of nice, handsome men in here. I did think that, So I mean, I'll just be waiting for your party next year.
My party next year. I'm like, oh boy. So I'm gonna have a party probably September, October, but it's gonna be love, etc. So it's gonna be a lot of goodies in there.
Oh, a lot of goodies.
Goodies is gonna be,
Yum.
and when I say goodies, I mean good, intentional, positive, God fearing, wealthy in spirit, balanced in finance men there.
Well, that's great because
And women.
I'll be happy to see that, and
Yes.
maybe I might strike something,
Hey,
strike
if
some
you're
gold.
intentional, because that's an intentional dating platform.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that we should be intentional about everything that we do, So
Yes.
I am intentional about everything.
And the platform, I will have couple married people on the platform to give direction.
I was about to say, because I like when I speak with someone about relationships, I definitely think it's good to speak with someone that has been married or is currently married, and thriving for a long time. And of course, a lot of times when you're friends with someone, the inside addition to things. So that everything isn't always peaches and cream inside of a
But
marriage.
nothing's going to be peaches
There it
and
is right
cream.
there. It's a lot of work, I could imagine.
Do you know how many times I've fallen in and out of love with my career?
Oh,
Sometimes I dreaded going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other times I absolutely enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Always grateful, but it wasn't always something that I was in love with. So you can love someone or something and not be in love with it. So I was grateful for it, but everything takes work.
That's true. I want to stay
The
in love,
upkeep of a house, the upkeep of a condo, rearing children, relationships, everything takes intention and work.
I agree. I thank God for the toothpaste, for the body wash, for
Yes.
the stuff to keep things clean around the house,
Yes.
because it is a lot, and it takes a lot to do this whole life period.
It
It's a
does.
lot.
It's a lot of intention.
It is, man. Jeepers creepers.
And life happens. So you still have to be intentional and show up for people when life happens.
And show up for yourself first. That's what I'm showing up for first. Me. I'm thinking about everybody else a little bit later on down the road.
Well, I show up for myself first.
Yeah.
But there are times where circumstances
Where you
don't
put
permit
it,
that.
I agree. I agree with you on that too. Sometimes you have to, I always take a step back. For anytime I pick up that phone for a friend, I'm giving you my energy and my
Now,
time.
sometimes life, illness, sickness, kids, sometimes they take precedence at the time.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I don't take any of my friendships for granted either.
Oh my God, absolutely not. I am super, super grateful for these people that are in my life, both male and female. I am super grateful for them being on the journey. And I know that it's a choice. I'm a choice. So I'm grateful and I love that.
Yeah, like my girlfriend Conda, she says she's on here checking us out today. Hey, Conda.
Oh, hey, Conda.
Let me turn you around. Am I being selfish? Yes, I should have been turning this camera around for everybody to say hi to the beautiful Shar.
Hey there.
Yeah, so sexy vegan wine girl says that you have to be selfish in a good way.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
You do.
Self-preservation is important. I just know now that there's times in my life where I have to relinquish being selfish and put other people in play.
Of course.
And then I'll revert back once the situation's resolved. But yeah, I'm grateful that I can and I have the opportunity to make a change.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree. All the Michael Jackson said it back then. I'm not finna sing, but he said that.
What, go make a change?
Yeah, gonna make a change.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I listen to music, I catch the lyrics and I can catch the songs that what they're saying in their music.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I say this all the time. Remember that song, Ride, Slide, Slippy to Slide. Come along and ride a fantastic voyage.
Yes.
I remember I was with my children, my oldest son's dad, and we were riding in my car, and I loved that song, but I was like really into him at that time. So I think that's why I
so
caught
that resonated.
Right,
with
that's why
you.
I caught it, because I was probably like, oh, I remember he was, and I looked at him, he's like, yeah, like, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that with gospel songs. I have this one song that's stuck in my head. What love?
What love?
What love? Mm-hmm.
I don't know that song.
It says, "What love? He died for me. He sticks closer than a mother. He loves me more than my father. What love? What? Yeah. So yeah, that's a deep song.
That's nice. You're gonna make me go to church. I'm serious. So
I wish I can go to church. Let's go to church Wednesday.
Where we gonna go?
A
to
Bible
Apostolic?
class. Well, we can find it if you don't want to go to
Listen to
Apostolic.
gospel every day. Conda says she listens to gospel every day. It's so rewarding.
It is.
I
It
don't
brings
listen
such a
to
peace.
gospel.
It brings me such and reminds me. It brings me such a peace.
I think if I listen to gospel, I'm like, if I really hear a song, I'm probably break down in
Sometimes
tears.
you do. And another one of my
do
favorites
that.
is I Told the Storm. I told the storm.
That
to
sounds.
pass.
I don't know that song. I don't know any of them.
Oh yeah. So
really. Let me try to think of a gospel song I know.
So let's do Pastor.
Take Me to the King. That's all, and I don't want to sing that.
Oh, that's man. Take Me to the King. We can do PCH's Pastor Chris Harris. We can do his Bible class. Pastor Hannah. Let's try to do Bible class because I'm working on Sundays until
I'll go to a Bible class with you.
It's an hour. Let's do a Bible class.
My mother would be proud of me for going.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll meet somebody about.
I was going to say there's good men in church.
They'd be like, God doggone it, girl, come on now. Is that all you think about? No,
but you're being intentional and honest. Who cares what people think?
Thank you, Shar.
Yeah, you're being intentional. So you have to be intentional about what you want, who you want, what you want. And we don't have time to be playing. This time is moving. We don't have time to play.
I don't have time to play with anybody.
Not even myself. And when I say that, I mean, I don't mean it that way. I mean that sometimes you can get distracted and play and have fun
Oh
and
yeah.
kick it and forget about what your agenda is.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
what I
Right. Yeah, that's why you can't look. Guess why you can't get distracted.
can't get distracted.
Hmm.
Yeah, because if you get distracted, it takes you off your game plan.
For sure. And the wrong people in the wrong company can definitely get you off track.
So it's normally not the wrong people for me. It's normally me and my decisions. I have gotten to a point of peace in my life where people, I pass even at the other day at work, negative energy and negative people don't disturb my peace. And that's what I was striving for. That's your problem, not a my problem.
I
There's a barrier.
mm,
I encountered the most nastiest woman. And I understand. I wanted to she know that she carries that. It makes her
do
she
you all
was
work together?
not together. Um she's in the same lending field that I am.
Oh,
Just
okay.
nasty as she was just as nasty as can be. And I used to meet that energy with even more
Hmm.
nastiness, but I felt sorry for her. I was just like, "Oh wow, she looks like she's acting." And I was marginally nice. I didn't go out of my way, but she did herself more of a disservice
Hmm.
because she walked away with less knowledge that I could have provided for her. There were more benefits to her being just decent, not
Right.
necessarily nice,
Well,
just decent.
anytime you're negative, you're going to draw negative energy back towards you.
Oh, I didn't give it to her. So I said, I've noticed the last several times
Excuse
I
me.
have not permitted anyone I don't match energy now. I officially shifted. I didn't match it. I didn't desire to.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
Hey.
I didn't desire to.
Well, okay, so I said that wrong. I didn't mean negative energy coming back from you to
Mhm.
her, meaning that she didn't get what she could have gotten
No.
from you had she had
She
the right
walked
attitude.
away
Right.
and I had like her client could have benefited
Right.
from the knowledge that I had
Correct.
with like a $25,000
Difference.
difference in the
Yes.
deal.
Right.
But because she was super negative, super
Right.
nasty, I was decent to her. I was professional to her,
Hmm.
but I left that lady where she was. I
Right.
said as minimum as possible to her.
Right. Exactly. A bad attitude never gets you anywhere. My The way that I handle my life is that if I have to have a consistent interaction with you, we have to be on very close to the same page.
Oh, girl, then you could never work in n- neither one of the industry offices that work
Well,
where I
that's why
am.
it's very difficult at me at times to work in certain environments because of the BS that comes along with work because I don't have time for it. My energy can't
So
deal
why
with it.
don't you
But when I'm creating something,
because
we got to be on the same page.
because if I'm at work, either place, if I'm there, there's always I mean, you will always encounter some fool or
Yeah, at
people
work.
who are just have different personalities, have different a- and now I've perfected it that it doesn't touch me, it doesn't penetrate me. I'm an imp, so I used to
Mhm.
feel it and feel
Mhm.
it deeply.
Mhm.
That's their problem.
Right. Okay, like we're doing this together,
Mhm.
right? So we're
Mhm.
creating this.
Mhm.
So for me, I'm creating this with you because I have an admiration and a like for
I
you,
respect.
right?
Mhm.
And a respect. So, but if it was a forced relationship, then inside of that forced relationship, which I'm going to challenge myself not to allow environments to run me off
Mhm.
because a lot of times when you start getting silly in that work environment, because which to me is a forced relationship, I don't want to be bothered, and I'm thankful and grateful that for whatever reason, which this is like said his tip, that getting into that creative mode of creating your life for yourself and your destiny, entrepreneurship, that is a part of who I am and a part that I've taken on because I can decide who I want to play with and who I don't want to play
Absolutely.
with. So,
Absolutely. And for me, I just give people grace. I deal with them. Everybody's different. And a lot of times I've benefited from the person who gave me the most trouble. I don't know why God. I'm like, is this my test? When my partner first started working, he
Mhm.
says I didn't speak to him, but he's my brother now. I used to want to choke him out because I didn't like necessarily. I was like, this big country Negro is. Did he just say that to me? He's my brother now. I found I
Well, you worked through it.
actually I ignored through it.
Well,
And then
whatever. Have you,
and then Grace, I started to say, who am I? This is just his way of doing things. And then I start watching him from afar.
Mhm.
So in watching him from afar, I said, well, his intention is not to hurt me. That's just how he is. He's just, an alpha male. He's straight to the point, and his heart is better than anybody, one of the best hearts that I've ever
Yeah.
encountered. Like, we'll be fighting at work, like going back and forth, like F you, F you. And then we'd be like, you want something to eat? I got this for you. So,
And that is what you have to learn to do when you're working with people, is you have to learn how to wipe things off of your shoulders, dust things off of your shoulders when you're working with people. That is something that I'm going to, start. But now I will work with, when I'm, doing deals and stuff like that, I have to work with all different, people inside of the real estate industry to get things done. And that can be irritating because sometimes I have to go back and do something that you should have done, do my homework, do my research and everything else. But that is different because it's still me working my own thing.
So years
But
ago,
I'm gonna get along more with the work people.
I had 13 offices in the
Mhm.
mortgage industry. Do you know half of the people that work for me I couldn't stand?
Yeah, but they worked for you.
Yeah, but you
But I
have to
may have got
treat them
rid of their
with
butt if I
dignity.
didn't
You have
like
to
them,
treat
though.
them with respect,
You
and you have to
should,
kind of meet
everybody.
them where they are. That's probably where I learned best to kind of align and vibrate
Mhm.
and manage how I deal with people. I
Mhm.
think that was kind of like the best.
Yeah. Well,
And
you were
then
dealing with in volume too.
yeah, but dealing with them, and I used to be like, complete baby. Are you serious? But you couldn't let that show. You had to be fair, equitable, and respectful.
I agree. I mean, I agree. That's how I am inside of my real estate business. I am gonna start doing some substitute teaching. And
I did. It drove me crazy, but I was younger.
yeah, when I get off into that, I know that I'm gonna be back in an environment where I'm gonna have to deal with people, you know, that I probably won't want to see very often.
I used to
I pray I
tell,
don't,
I
but
used to
I hope that's
tell,
not the situation.
I've said this, I've
But a
told
lot of
people
times it
that if
is.
we weren't in a professional environment, I wouldn't speak to you on the street.
That's all I'm saying. You're right. So those
So
are
I've said
forced.
that to, I've
Yeah.
said, I've thought it, and I've said it to a few people along the years, but I'm learning that everything I think doesn't need to be said.
Of course not.
Yeah, but that's this trait of this
I
Sagittarius
got you.
and those two grandmothers. I had to pull it back. I
I
had to learn to
understand.
balance.
I got you.
So I'm just grateful, extremely grateful that I'm at a place where people don't easily ruffle my feathers anymore.
Hmm.
I kind of meet them where they are and try to see the totality instead of the offense.
I'm seeing the offense. You offend me
Yeah.
and play with me, I'm seeing the offense.
See,
It's
but
all red.
I'm looking at the totality, and I look at
Keep that
instead
over
of the
there.
offense, because we offend Jesus Christ daily. I know I do. He says, we fall short 777 times a day. So if I can offend him, I certainly can offend other people.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So
Me
and
too.
everybody's healed or growth is in different ways. I noticed that when you go out to the club or a party and you see, 70-year-old man still, unhealed demons don't go away. They just grow older.
I agree, Shar. When we're putting some stuff together, though, and we're working as a team, you got to play fair.
You do have to play
You got
fair.
to play
You
fair.
do have to play fair.
You got to play
But,
fair. You got to play fair.
there are some things I can't say about assistance or you just have to I'm grateful, and I'm extremely grateful for the place I am now because there were times where my tongue was sharp, my patience was short, and I was extremely judgmental. And I'm sure I hurt some people. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
and I'm better. I'm better with it
I
now.
know.
I'm better with it now.
I'm walking right with you.
And I've learned this too. I'm able to remind God that I've extended grace because my children and their children will need a certain type of grace.
I agree. Oh, Jesus, my children need grace.
So and he says that we can remind him of his promises. So I think about that when I'm losing patience or when I'm irritated. I think about my kids will need grace. They're just starting out this work thing. They're just starting out this
I'm
career
not giving
path.
too many adults a lot of grace. I'm not giving too many adults too much grace. I'm not.
You do not always offend me, Chris. He says he always offend me. You don't always offend me.
Oh, Chris. Just try not to offend her if you know you do.
Oh, he doesn't offend me.
I mean, if he thinks
I'm
he
not easily
does,
offended. Most times I'm not.
well, if somebody thinks that they might be offending you, they shouldn't.
Chris is a jokester, so I think he
He
is
better be joking. Don't be
poking.
offending Shar.
Yeah. I'm not offended.
Chris.
But the problem is that he's going to be sad because I'm not offended. I don't let anything penetrate me that hard anymore.
That's good. I mean, I don't let stuff penetrate me hard either, but
Because that's a you problem.
it
That's not a
is
me
it's
problem.
definitely a you problem, but you aren't gonna keep playing with me, period. Not no human being. Or my dog.
The dog either. You don't want the dog to offend you.
The
How would the
dog
darn dog offend
the
you?
dog my dog offends me all the time. He does stuff I tell him not to do.
Well, you're going to have to get in.
Dog or kids.
I suggest, or maybe suggest, that you get in a more place of grace and forgiving. Because if you have a partner, you're like, who the hell?
I am very
Now, look,
forgiving,
so the
Shar.
grace, because people, especially when you're getting to know them, they will offend you. Men, they will forget to do this or forget to do that or not do this, especially in the learning part of it. You're going to have to give grace if you want, sustainability or
I am
longevity.
because I need grace. I give grace. I give grace. I do. I give a lot of grace.
Mhm.
I do, and I'm gonna.
Because
Give
she looked at
grace.
me like,
No, 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 no. I give grace though. I
yeah.
give grace to everybody.
If you want, yeah, you starting to learn someone and
Yeah.
you know.
I'm not gonna give you too much.
No,
Keep
no.
giving you grace though,
So
male or
there's
female.
a level of, if someone's just overtly being like disrespectful, you should not give him grace. I mean, that's the way that's going to set the tone of the relationship.
Yeah,
If
or a
a
lady
friend,
person. Yeah, or a business partner.
yeah,
I'm not giving you too much more grace.
yeah. Well, you have to give grace. You have to give balance.
My name is not Grace Jones.
My name's not Grace Jones either, but I understand longevity, and because you're going to need it. You're going to stumble and fall and
I
make
do every day.
mistakes. Yeah, so
I
you're
was
going to
hoping
need
I
it.
wouldn't stumble in these heels today and fall.
Crystal is acting up today, guys. She is acting up.
No, I had a couple of drinks today
Okay.
at the brunch. So
She was doing grown people things,
yes,
having fun at the brunch,
having fun at the brunch.
and looking pretty and brunchy.
Thank you, and you too, as always.
Oh, thank you. I tried to bring some sunlight to the dreary skies.
You did. You have them nice, beautiful colors and
I
everything
needed
else.
colors because it was so dark.
Orange, everything. You brought some sunlight to me. I felt the sun all over the place with you today.
Oh, and Crystal gives me grace. So I know she can give grace. So she gives me grace in my craziness.
I am. That's why I'm talking to Char like this, because I'm giving her some grace. I'm following her lead with the grace. And I don't beg to differ. Grace is important.
It is. It truly is.
Mhm.
Because we all need it.
Yeah.
But we thank you for tuning in this week to the Super Business Women Show. We hope that we brought some sunlight and some positive vibes into your home, into your car, and to wherever you are. I am Sharon Locked, Love, Loans, and Lifestyle. I have a class coming up. I promise. I've just been super busy. It's going to be the second week, I believe, in August for conceal and carry. And I'm going to stop giving grace there because people take advantage of it.
They do,
They
Shar. We're
do.
supposed to be there a few times, and we're waiting on somebody to come. And then I
And
said,
I'm trying, but
and I'm like, man, I do. I think to myself, I said, man, I said, Shar is really on this grace thing.
I've been given grace, and I'm like,
I'm
but
like, she must
I'm
have
gonna
been a
change things up.
MF back then,
I
boy, because this
was.
lady is, she
I
must have been
was.
something else
I
with that
was.
mouthpiece.
I was. So I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna change some things up, and I'm not. So when you change the rules are the rules, and I'm because this is it's what they're doing is disrespectful. You've had me change my schedule 4 or 5 times, and you failed to meet or to call me. I'm not doing it
What
anymore.
is going on with
Because I
Shar?
try to understand that people are because my life is extremely busy, fast paced. So I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to institute
Okay.
some new rules going forth where it's fair, equitable for me too. Because
Yes.
that means when you give too much grace, people take advantage
You're
of you.
right. I was late for the last part of it, and because I was late, I have to wait. But that's what I did. I did that. I put myself on that page. So I mean, you can't keep putting you can't, people can't keep putting you on a
Yeah,
page.
because I think that day I had my spiritual mom's
Yeah, you
party and I
did.
wasn't gonna miss
You
that
made
for
that very
nothing. Yeah.
clear, and I was very because I was grateful that I took the class. So I don't. I'm very grateful. But in the same token, you know, people shouldn't. When you're a businesswoman, you have things to do. I mean, and you take off time from work to
I
get stuff
do.
done. People don't return calls, don't
I
do what they're
do.
supposed to
I
do.
do.
Man,
So I'm gonna switch
that's
some
why I'm
things.
not giving them
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch some things up. I'm just gonna change the rules. I'm gonna finish what I started because you know what's more important to me? What's more important to me is that you really get it. I want you to get it and get licensed and be able to protect yourself.
You're right.
So that was my mindset. Not so much that you missed an appointment or that you didn't call me, but that you got it. So I'm going to have to put me
Yeah,
first in there
for sure.
and keep some rules so that everybody we can all be on the same page. But you can reach me at 844 or 312-937-6227. I am Char Lewis on all social media platforms, and you can find JBL Training Academy on all social media platforms. You can reach our co-host, Lexi Arce, CEO at what is it,
I don't
couturemanagement.com?
know. Couture. I think it's Couture Management. I don't
couturemanagement.com,
know.
and she's Alexis Arce on all social media platforms. So see you soon, CEO Lexi.
And you can reach me, Crystal Lewis, at info at powercircleinvestments.com. You can call me at 312-877-6687 for all of your real estate needs. And also, you guys, you got to try this patch. It's called the Super Patch. It's really, really good. You can reach me about that. It has no chemicals, nothing in it. It's just a patch that has these these imprints that go on your nerve endings and of whatever issues that you're having, and they soothe and just make everything great. That's why I'm so happy.
So
I have on the joy patch
well,
today.
you had a joy time earlier, so that's what
Yeah,
happened
all
to.
the time.
So what's in it if it's not
It's okay. So it's I'm gonna bring one for you.
okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna bring which I have the calorie count.
I don't need the calorie count.
I do, and but I need to pay attention to a whole bunch of other stuff. But the calorie count, and I have the joy patch, and I'm a pretty joyous person, but it has ridges. I can't show you right now. It has ridges in it. You can put it you can put it anywhere on your body, and the ridges go into like your nervous system endings.
But what is going into the nervous
The
system?
ridges,
But what's in the ridges?
nothing. The ridges.
So how does it know what you need?
Because it goes inside of your nervous system and it does certain shocks to the brain
But
from the
but it has to have something to like jolt it.
it's the ridges.
So if I put a ridge right here, how would it know you need to count calories?
Because now that's a good question. But
Or if I put one here, how would it know if I need?
okay, because those particular ridges that are in them are designed to work on that
Oh,
particular
okay,
area.
okay,
So
smart.
so that's the reason why we have focus, we have Relax. We have Kick It. So if you have any bad habits, the Liberty Patch, that's the one that's kind of goes over everything, just kind of hits every angle.
What's the
and
name
I
of
can
it?
feel it.
What's the name of
And
it?
it feels good. It's called Super Patch.
The Super Patch.
The Super Patch.
I'm gonna look that up. 'cause
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yep. It's really, really good. It has no chemicals. It's just the patches. And when you look at when I give you the Joy Patch and the Ignite Patch that I have, when you look at them, you'll see that they have different ridges and different designs on them that go into those endings, and then it sends these things up to your brain. I could feel them when I use them. I have them up under my arms. I put them everywhere.
So you just body full of patches right now.
Yeah. I'm a patch kid.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Super Business Women Show on Intellectual Radio. We'll see you next Saturday. Be safe. Have an amazing weekend. Take care.
Bye.